Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I'd just like to say thanks for staying tuned, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing. Today is Sunday, October the 8th, and it's off to a great start with some car parts, getting some car parts, doing some installs. So today we're gonna head down to a local pick and pull, and we are going to change my oil pan today. Now, on top of changing my oil pan, we're also gonna go and pull a power steering rack, along with the reservoir, the belts, the pulleys, the tensioners, off of hopefully an EK I can find in the Junkyard, automatic or regular, doesn't matter. So, the reason why I want to put power steering back in the car is because, well, actually the car, not back in the car is just manual steering. But it's hurting my wrist, dude. Like, I'm 28, fucking A, dude. It's fucking up my wrist, especially at, like, being in first gear, doing some reverse. Like, I can't be doing that shit no more. Like, my wrist is hurting. So, now that I'm older, I used to be young, and I used to drive Hondas, and I'd be slammed the fuck out, getting stuck on speed bumps, changing oil pans and all that shit. And now that I'm older, that shit's lame as fuck. I lifted my car for a better, smoother ride, so I can put stuff like suspension support, like my Megan Racing H-brace, and I want to put power steering back in the car, because, like, the functionality of the car, like, sure, I'm not taking it to the track, but, I want to be able to drive it on sunny days. And, like, all that low-end fucking slow shit and, camber kits and fucking wheels and tires debeating or curb rash. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. So, anyways, under the B18, I got an oil pan from when I was low, and scraping on shit, fucking hitting bolts, scratching, slightly denting subframes, it. Fucking they're still existing, where I will be changing my subframe and swapping it out, prepping it out for the EG, by the way, but I'm not going to do that today because I don't have a K-Series motor yet. But I am going to change the oil pan. Now, the original oil pan, I believe, is like, don't quote me on it, but it's that flex metal. It's not like the steel ones. I think it's steel. I think the steel one's dent. Maybe, I'm not sure what the material grade is, but anyways, it's ass, because it gets dented when you scrape on shit. Now, for what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to pull the oil pan off a CRV. Why? Because I'm pretty sure they're like more heavy. They're like cast iron. I think they're cast iron. They might be cast iron, but I just want something that's gonna withstand scratches and dents and shit like that. And now that my car's lifted off the ground, I could fit something more sturdy and heavier up on there. And it's just, it's just more insurance. So I'm pulling off a oil pan off a LS and a CRV. They got a couple of them at Pick and Pull, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then obviously, yeah, like I said, pull a power steering. We're gonna throw power steering in my car. Today is just going to be the oil change, or the oil change and the oil pan replacement, along with the gaskets. That way I can show you guys how to change your oil pan if it's leaking. It's actually really simple. I'm tired of having oil droppage in my garage. I still need to rebuild my transmission. Probably not rebuild it, but take it apart, inspect it, see if there's anything that needs to be replaced, like the synchros, or just any of the gears, see if they got bad rash. Also, by doing that, I'll just make sure the tranny obviously has longer life, and obviously redo the seals, because the tranny is leaking a little bit. So, but when I do that, I'll also do like a transmission reseal along with like rear main seal. I just got to go buy the clutch key too, because I got to pull off the clutch. Other than that, yeah, today you're gonna learn how to change your oil pan on a B18 B1. Peace. Photoplex That's where my buddy Jordan bought his Yamaha. I think it was a Yamaha. Maybe it was a Suzuki. I think it was Yamaha. I think it was like a hard 30 or something like that. Alright, ghetto ass pick and pull where you can find all the goods and all the goodies. This honestly, genuinely, like, I love coming here because I get to find a bunch of shit. And, you know, like, sometimes it can be like hit or miss, but I mean, I always have an amazing time coming here, checking shit out, finding some unexpected goodies for my EK or any of my other cars. I love pick and pull. Alright, but let's get inside and pull the oil pan and shit. First things first, let's get this CRV oil pan. It looks like they got a couple of oh, not that one. And she said both of them came in this week, so we're looking at a row 12, and yeah, so that's really close by, row 12. All right, so let's head there. I got my wheelbarrow. So my dumbass fucked up. That's actually row 18 and row 7. I was looking at the wrong paper. Let's roll. Ooh. Alright, ladies and gents. Dang, I'm dirty. I went and got everything I needed. It's on my girlfriend's lunch break, so when I get back to the house, I'll go ahead and show you guys everything that I got. Looks like I got a black eye. Alright. See you in a bit. So my dumbass fucked up. That's actually row 18 and row 7. I was looking at the wrong paper. Let's roll. Ooh. Alright, ladies and gents. Dang, I'm dirty. I went and got everything I needed. It's on my girlfriend's lunch break, so when I get back to the house, I'll go ahead and show you guys everything that I got. Looks like I got a black eye. Right, see you in a bit. Alright, so now that I'm done at the junkyard, we can go ahead and take a look at this shit. Now I went ahead and take a shower, so that's why I'm all nice and beautiful. Okay, so now I couldn't find the cast iron oil pan. But while I was under, I don't believe this is the original oil pan on this CRV that I took this from, because usually, like I said, they're cast iron. Some of them are steel. I think they're mostly steel. I'm not sure which option it is that they're like cast iron, but some of the CRVs come with cast iron oil pans. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this one is steel, but this one, out of all the ones that were in there, this one was in the best condition. And I know this because when I went under there, I saw a fresh new gasket. I saw, you know, and there were no leaks. There were no leaks anywhere around this. So I was like, yep, let's get it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean it up. We'll take some Purple Power, wash it out, clean the edges a little bit, probably with some brass or something like that, and get a new gasket. I'm gonna head to O'Reilly's and get some brake cleaner and some Purple Power and all that stuff. So we will be doing the oil pan today. With that being said, that needs to be washed and cleaned. Next up, we have power steering. So also obviously got power steering. Now this is a steering rack off of SI, and you don't have to get SIs. They can be EXs or automatic. It doesn't matter if it's automatic or manual, by the way. I'm pretty sure that they're all compatible. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, these have got the fittings on them, the return and the fill. Now they're kind of a bitch to get out. Like I said, this one's Junkyard. From the Junkyard. I am gonna rebuild this because I believe the inner tie rods, they're a little chapped. They're a little loose. So I'm gonna buy some new inner tie rods. I have the tools and everything to swap them out. So I'm gonna do like a little bit of like a kind of half-ass rebuild in terms of the boots and you know, changing the tie rods, and then other than that, clean up the lines, clean up the pump. This is the pump. I got all this stuff for fucking dirt, dude. I think I got everything from Pick and Pull for about $100, and it's all warranted. So anyways, the stuff that you're gonna need is you're gonna need the mounting brackets. Okay, so listen, if you have a D series or a B series, obviously K's on the other side, so even if you wanted to put power steering in one of these old school EG, EKs, or EFs, all the belts are on the left side instead of the right. So in order for you to hook up power steering, you would have to do some different shit, like with the RSX lines and whatnot, because they just wouldn't be compatible. So the B and D series, the mounting brackets are different, and so are the pumps, or the other wheels. Yeah, the pump. Make sure that when you guys are doing this, whether you have a D series or a B series, that you have the correct mounting brackets, because obviously the B series has a wider head compared to the D series, so that's obviously going to play a factor, and the pumps are a little bit different. So this pump right here is from an Acura Integra LS. Okay, now this is the B series mounting bracket. There is two. There's a top and a bottom, so make sure that you get both of them. I'm pretty sure the bottom one is also for the compressor, but don't quote me on it. When you go into the Junkyard and you see them, I already have the bottom one, so I didn't grab it. So for B series, the bottom bracket, B series. Okay, so this line right here, this particular line right here, this is a D series reservoir. Okay, so this fits. This fits up to the B series line, so the lines are just about the same. I believe for the CRV they're slightly different, but for the D to B on the coupes or the 4-doors, they're the same. So I know the pump for the CRV is completely different as well, so make sure you get the right one, like I said. But the D series will hook up to the Acura Integra pump, no problem. And so will the D series lines. Okay, so to clarify, SI steering rack, electric, or not electric, hydraulic steering rack from an SI. B series upper mount, B series lower mount, B series pump, D series lines. And that's what you need for my particular setup in my EK with the LS. And yeah, that's really about it. I won't get into it this video, but I figured I'd at least like talk about it, because I told you guys I was going to the Junkyard for the parts. But other than that, we are doing the oil pan today because there's oil getting all over my floor. I was also missing one of these. You have to, this goes on the tranny. This goes on the tranny. You need to take this off. This is like a little shield to protect the teeth. But this is like a little shield that goes on inside of the pan, and you can't get to a couple of the bolts without taking this off. I didn't have one on my B series in the hatch in the car, so I went ahead and grabbed one anyways. But this is just gonna fix the leak towards the oil pan. It's not going to fix the leaks towards the training. I'll have to do that another day, like I said earlier in the video, that I will have to, I got to get the B series clutch kit and the key for the clutch, because obviously I'm going to be doing a rear main seal. And then other than that, as far as my internals and my leaks go for the car, it's going to be 100% no more leaks, and that's a really good thing. That feels really good, because most of these cars, dude, they fucking leak all over the place. But as soon as I do this shit, it'll be a-okay. I would put in this SI steering rack just how it is, but I don't want to. I don't want to have to pull it out again, especially because it's got hydraulics, it's got seals, and the last thing I want to do is have this shit leak. So I'll probably put the inner tire, I'll probably just call up AutoZone, or not AutoZone, like Les Schwab or something, and see what they'll do or what they'll charge me to rebuild it in terms of replacing all the seals and whatnot. And I'll probably keep the lines, but you know, see what they charge, and you know, if it's not too expensive, I'll just, you know, drop this off and have them rebuild it, and then when I'm ready, go ahead and throw it in the car. Oh, last thing, you guys do need the belt and fluid, so I will also be picking. What's up, peoples? We go. Sorry, I'm in my tank, bro. I'm looking slop right now. Anyways, all right, it's been a couple days since we last talked. I am that oil pan that I got off the CRV. I'm actually going to be prepping it for paint right now, and well, I already prepped it for paint, but what I did to really clean this, guys, was I went ahead and I washed it up in the sink. First, I got as much oil as I could. I washed it in the sink, some dish soap, you know, just some like anti-grease stuff, and then I went ahead and threw it in the dishwasher for a couple cycles. And you know what, that for the most part, I got most of, pretty much, like, I'd probably say 95% of the grease off. You know, just ran it into some hot water, and it looks great. I went ahead and scuffed it with some 3M scrubbies, and now we're gonna go ahead and paint this bitch. I decided to use, to make it match, and use the VHT yellow that I have, that I use for my valve cover, and then we're gonna go use some VHT clear. But yeah, I'll let you guys know what it looks like. All right.
You already know. Hit me. Yeah. Two-seater run with your bitch. Butterfly goes on the bench. Running through bands, I'm rich. Everything president tense. I'm on ocean with a bad hoe. Top down, she got fluid out. On the backseat with a stendo. Smoking endo, my jewels out. Two-seater run with your bitch. Butterfly goes on the bench. Running through bands, I'm rich. Everything president tense. I'm on ocean with a bad hoe. Top down, she got fluid out. On the backseat with a stendo. Smoking endo, my jewels out.
120, I blew right by you. I just told a bad bitch slide through. Two-seater hop in, she can ride through. Whip the Ferrari through the Chick-fil-A drive-through. High as an Einstein IQ. Yeah. She don't get my name as a tattoo. No square shit, that's a taboo. Let's do Noble in Malibu. YBN, she skiing. He tap out.
We're gonna take the heat gun and try to speed
Bad
this up a
bitch,
bit.
Korean. Hop out my whip, European. On Broadway, like all day. No, I fuck with the mirror, yet a long way.
It's
She
not
just left
perfect.
my hotel. Did a
And
clean
I
bucket
could
shade
say
down the
less.
hallway. Yeah. Money with the squad,
It's
get
an
money with
oil
the squad,
pan.
get
It's
money
not
with the
meant to
squad.
be amazing.
Put that on God,
So
man, I
the
stay on my
sticklers
job, it's
can
the
fuck
young
up.
heart throb. Money with the squad, get money with the squad, get money with the squad. Put that on God, man, I stay on my job, it's the young heart throb.
Two-seater run with your bitch. Butterfly goes on the bench. Running through bands, I'm rich.
Peanut butter jelly.
Everything president tense. I'm on ocean with a bad hoe. Top down, she got fluid out. On the backseat with stendo. Smoking endo, my jewels out. Two-seater run with your bitch. Butterfly goes on the bench. Running through bands, I'm rich. Everything president tense. I'm on ocean with a bad hoe. Top down, she got fluid out. On the backseat with stendo. Smoking endo, my jewels out. Ride with a thick bitch, wrist on big seat. Top down coupe with a stick shift. On your bitch wish list. bitch. Why be in big fish? Shrimp ass nigga, you a fish stick. Smoking pre-roll with a bad hoe. Drop that zero, fuck with a hero. I'm on South Beach on a jet ski. Bitch tryna find me like Nemo. Bankrolls, all hundreds. Yeah, that's your bitch. I want her. Yeah, if the bitch out of pocket, I shoot like a rocket. 100-round drum on the stick, I'm poppin'. 2-seater run with your bitch. Butterfly goes on the bench. Running through bands, I'm rich. Everything president tense. I'm on ocean with a bad hoe. Top down, she got fluid out on the backseat with a stendo. Smoking Indo, my shoes out.
Money with the game, but baguettes on the chain. Musa in the rain, other cook with no brain. Clock on their name, but they do this shit for fame. Eat it kind of cane, they got a next sprain. I'm a pimp with the cane, with these diamonds on my ring. Let the game hit her, we don't even know her name. Mix, watch her love with Alexander Wayne. Counting up the money till my thumb got sprained. These niggas be capped, the money not the same. Shout your ass back, can I offer you a drink? It's a nigga in the back, he don't talk, he insane. Hit him with the flames and he dropping the name. Ooh, it's a shame she got curves in her frame. Hit her one time with your bitch in the game. Nigga taking my drip, might as well take my name. See these niggas plotting and they watching tryna hate. Walking in the bank, take it out the bank. My daughter is the same, no limit with the tank. Made 100 band, plus 100 band, plus another half a million do the running man. Your baby mama ain't none with your nutter then.
Guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to do an oil pan replacement. First things first, jack up the car. Use jack stands, alright? Use jack stands. Alright, let's get under it. You're going to drain your oil. Make sure you drain the oil. Do not forget. Do not forget. Next things next, we're going to have to drop the exhaust bolt in the back. I believe they're 14s or 15s. And I'm talking about not these ones up here. We eventually have to do these ones right here. There's 8 of them. These are 12s. Some studs, some nuts. But there's 2 exhaust bolts in the back that you need to unplug or unscrew. And yeah, once you break those off, come to the front, drop the headers, and after that we can change the oil pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Bolts right here is what you need to drop. There's 2, but one of mine's missing, which is probably why I have an exhaust leak. But pretty much we'll go ahead and take that shit off. Oh. Alright, that bolt right there. For my particular car, mine has 2 O2 sensors that we are going to be pulling apart. It'll be those clips right there. I don't know if you can see them, but just follow the O2 sensors and you can't miss them. Now that that is finished, it's time to pull out these headers, remove the dipstick, and go out those bolts. Yes, I know I'm missing some. I know. Luckily, I got some bolts to replace them, or some fasteners to replace them. Now that the screws are off, I'm gonna go under and make sure that when I pull the headers out, it doesn't scratch my subframe brace. Dang! I hit my head on my tow hook. Fucking bitch ass motherfucker. Happens, part of the game. But I'm gonna go under there and make sure that my headers don't scratch my subframe as I'm pulling it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright. Headers is dropped. Looks like I gotta do another valve cover gasket, unfortunately, but I probably just didn't do it right the first time I did it. But this is why you need to change your oil pan. Are you ready for it? Oh, Dude, that shit is fucking disgusting. I don't know if y'all can see that. This oil pan has been fucked for a long ass time. Look how bad that shit's leaking. Terribly. It also could be a rear main seal that I gotta do and bolt the tranny. But for now, one thing at a time. That shit's just fucking gnarly. So sometimes if depending on the tranny, you might have an unmolested LS, and you know that's always a good thing. But you'll have a guard plate right here that blocks the flywheel teeth, and they're usually 210s or 212s, and I think 214s. I'll show you what that plate looks like, because I got one from the Junkyard, and I'm gonna install mine as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this shit off and then show you guys how fucked up the oil pan was. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just 10s all the way around, just 10s. Let's put this back over here. Y'all ready for this? Oh. Ooh. You want to let it sit and let it drain. And that's it. Let it drain. While you're at it, you could probably spray some shit to clean this up a little bit with some brake cleaner or something. Well, yeah, this is the oil pump right here. That's what it looked like. My friend, is how you pull off the oil pan. And then I'm gonna give this like 15-20 minutes and to let it just soak, clean it up a little bit, and then I'll start filming again once it's ready to put a new oil pan on there. Cleaning, I like to use brake cleaner or engine degreaser. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. Choose. Keep brake cleaner away from paint though. Alright, this is what I got so far. It's not the prettiest, but it is clean. Just like that. All cleaned. Whatnot. wipe it down, make sure it's dry. And you need to put RTV in only 4 spots. Do not RVT the whole gasket. I don't really care what anyone says. Don't do it, okay? You're going to put RTV in these spots right here. So, where the oil pump separates from the block, right there, you're going to see a line. And you're going to see a line on the opposite side, okay? And then you're going to see a line over here. The same with the other side. Those are the only spots that need RTV. And you want to put it on the bottom of the block. You want to apply it here, not on the gasket. Apply it here, straight across. That's it, both sides. Simple as that. Then you just clean, or you put the oil pan on with the gasket, tighten everything down, and that is it, okay? Everything goes back together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. All right, there's 2 sides to the oil pan gasket. Flat side goes towards the block. I repeat, flat side goes toward the block, okay? Go ahead, put on your gasket. Make sure you seal those valleys on the block with RTV. Let it sit for a couple minutes. Read the RTV. It'll tell you how long it sits. And then go ahead and bolt it right up, boys. Like that. After you tighten everything, there is a torque spec. There is a torque pattern. I suggest you look it up. I'll see if I can find one, but no promises. But it's pretty simple. You just start from the middle of that side, and just go back and forth. But you start from the middle. But other than that, sorry for the dirts. Yeah, I know I got some runs on my oil pan, but fuck it, I don't give a fuck. It looks a lot nicer than it did. But other than that, tighten everything down to the proper torque spec, and that's it. Then you put your headers back on, tighten everything down, and make sure that you do not forget to put oil back in your motor. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you change an oil pan. If you like this video, please comment, like, subscribe. You know the deal. Support your boy. Peace, guys. Oh, obviously, put your headers back on too. Peace.